everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to an edition of the Makers with Heart mystery envelope. Each month on the 25th, the Makers with Heart will be posting a video about a mystery envelope. This envelope was sent to me by Crafting with Amanda, and the rules of the mystery envelope are you're supposed to use as many of the elements that come in the envelope as you want. The only thing you can add is black and white cardstock, and then you can add stamp sets and thin cuts and inks and mixed media. So be sure to click on the playlist at the end of this video to see all of the cool things that the other Makers with Heart have done with these mystery envelopes. We all got the same thing. So this has papers from Sawyer, shaker foam and acetate, and some of the wild berry sequins, and grape and Sundance cardstock. Okay. So I have chosen Utterly Wonderful, a stamp set and thin cut to use with these supplies. Okay. So I'm going to make a shaker card. So I've loaded this cow stamp into my MISTI, and I'm going to stamp on white daisy cardstock with black ink. I'm going to color her in with the tri-blend markers. So I'm stamping her out, and then I'll be cutting her out with the coordinating thin cut. So before I start coloring, I'm going to emphasize her eyelashes with this black Le Pen. It's from Close to My Heart. Just emphasizing her eyelashes. She's wearing flowers, a crown of flowers, so she can have really pretty eyelashes as well. So I'm going to color her in, and we skipped ahead. She's all done, and I'm going to cut her out with the coordinating thin cut. I'll just run her through. Okay. She's so cute. Okay, so now I'm looking at my papers and I'm deciding I wanted to put her on this Sawyer paper and have the mint background, but I quickly discovered that the sizes of grape and Sundance cardstock were not big enough to cut my outer ring for my shaker window. Okay, so I'm going to use the mint, and I'm going to cut this circle overlay for my shaker. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to use, I'm deciding which color I want my cow to be on. And I decided that she shows up better on the Sundance, the light side of Sundance. And the backing circle is just a little large for this piece of cardstock, but since I'm gonna build my shaker window over it, that little edge is okay. It'll be hidden, so no worries. It's gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna bring all my components in and start building my card. So I'm going to use this floral piece as my background, and then I decided that it's going to look better landscape, and then I'm going to use this zip strip and this lace border. I'm going to stamp my sentiment on the light side of grape. So I'm going to create a banner. So my sentiment says, "You are utterly wonderful." I'm just going to stamp that in black ink. And then I'm going to trim it out and just dovetail the ends. So you just snip in the center vertically and then take each corner to meet that snip. And then you have a banner. Okay, so that's the basic design of my card. I was thinking maybe I was going to layer it on black cardstock, but then I changed my mind. Okay, so I feel like this mint overlay isn't popping enough, so I'm going to ink it up using some Harbor ink. So I'm just going to ink all around and just put a layer of harbor over it so you can still see the design. It's very subtle, but the whole piece is just a little bit darker and it pops a little bit better. And then I decided that I needed to pop the edges of this floral piece of cardstock, so I'm inking the edges with harbor ink to give it a little more emphasis instead of layering it on black cardstock. I'm just going to ink the edges, kind of give it a border. Okay. All right, now we're ready to bring in a card base. And I'm just going to put that floral piece down with Tombow tape runner. And then I quickly discovered that my floral piece was not 4¼ inches. It was only 4 inches. So I need to do something about that. So I decided that I'm going to cut 2 1/4-inch strips. They're 1/4 inch by 5½. And then I'm going to ink those 2 strips, just like I did with the overlay for the shaker. Okay, so we'll just get some ink laid down. I like using a blending brush, but you can use a sponge or a dauber, whatever works for you to get the ink on the strip here. Okay. I'm going to glue those 2 pieces down, so it'll be at the top and the bottom of the card. And then I'll lay that floral piece down in between. So these will be border strips. And that's how you get around not having a piece of pattern paper that's not quite wide enough for your card. I think it works. Okay, so now I'm just going to lay everything out. I know those strips are too long. I'm going to trim them all off at one time after I get them adhered. And there's a little bit of other pattern paper on this strip, so I'm just kind of cleaning it up here. And then we'll get these adhered. All right, I'm liking that design. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to put everything down. A zip strip with Tombow. And I'll add that lace piece. It's a little fussy, but we'll get it. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my trimmer in. And I'm just going to chop off the whole edge of my card and just get rid of all that excess. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to add my sentiment. We'll kind of layer it over the zip strip. Okay, so now it's time to build the shaker. So I like to start by getting that protective coating started on that acetate piece. And then I'll glue down the cow to the Sundance circle. And then I just peel away the foam from the rest of the backing and save that center bit because you can use those foam squares on other projects. And now I'm going to just cherry pick some of the lighter colors of sequins. I'm not going to use the dark wildberry sequins. I'm just using the lighter colors so that they don't overwhelm my cow image because I really want you to be able to see her, but have some shaker bits in for fun. And then just peel off that protective coating and add your acetate, and then peel off that protective coating. And then I'm going to add this circle overlay using some Tombow. And there's our shaker element. Super cute. Okay, and then I'm just going to add the whole thing to my card front using some Tombow. So much fun. So stay tuned every month on the 25th. The Makers with Heart will be posting new mystery envelope videos. This one was fun. Here's some close-ups of my card. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And be sure to check out the playlist at the end of this video to see the other cool things the Makers with Heart have done with these supplies. Thanks for watching.